Alright, we're about to start the double Jeopardy round. Let's take a look at the categories, shall we?
Let's see what happens in double
First of all,
Jeopardy
we'll
with
put dollar
these
figures
categories
in.
awaiting the players. The gall of that guy. Fashion. Theater around the world. P is for physics.
P in quotation marks.
Country music.
And
Familiar phrases. Player 3, you start us off. The musical Les Mis didn't debut on Broadway, but in this city, its setting. Player 1. That's right, way to go. Player 1, he directed a landmark Chinese production of his play Death of a Salesman at the People's Art Theater in Beijing. Player 1. Yeah, you're right. Financially, it's the colorful opposite of in the red. Let's hear it, Player 1. Good for you. We return. A celebrity charity that auctions off designer outfits to benefit kids is called These Off Our Back. Here's the correct response. Clothes.
Oh, clothes off our back.
You again, poet, who gave us You're a Better Man Than I Am, Gunga Din. It's Player 1. Yes. Player 1. Slaves once dreaded being sent to the harsh plantations of the lower Mississippi, hence, to sell someone here. Here's the response we were looking for. Down the river. Player 1. Originating in 1844's Settlers in Canada, this phrase about rowing a boat means to decide your own fate. Here's the correct response. Paddle your own canoe.
Never heard of that one.
We return to you, Player 1.
There's one of the daily doubles.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles. And you have the lead. Please enter your wager.
3,400 on
Answer.
this.
A Dutch TV reality show picked the muscular swinger for the European run of this Disney musical.
What is Tarzan?
You have maintained your lead. Way to go.
Yeah, there we go.
Select again. There's a method behind his founding of the Moscow Art Theater with Nemirovich Danchenko. Here's the response we were looking for. Konstantin Stanislavski. Please. Here's Jimmy. He'll show you.
Performers in this traditional Japanese art of singing and dancing wear elaborate stylized makeup.
Player 1. That is correct.
I'm running away with this. I'm up to $17,000.
It's the P in P equals force times velocity. The correct response is power.
Wow.
Player 1, you pick again. This Western-type tie made with a cord and a sliding clasp is also called a shoelace tie. Let's hear it, Player 1.
Oh,
no! Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? The correct response is bolo tie.
Never heard of that.
You get to... In 1966, this Algerian-born designer opened a series of boutiques called Rive Gauche. Here's what we were looking for. Yves Saint Laurent.
Let's go somewhere else.
Please pick again, player 1. De Gaulle's June 18, 1940 broadcast in this city asking for France's leadership led to a death sentence in a French court. Player 1? Sorry. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response?
Losing money now. Gotta be careful. When we're in the double Jeopardy round, there's more at stake.
The correct response is London.
Oh.
Player 1. De Gaulle wanted a small mobile army versus static theories like this defensive line named for a minister of war.
So it's at 17,000. I said 17 grand a minute ago.
Here's the correct response. The Maginot Line. Please pick again, player 1. This element, Pu, was first detected in a cyclotron at Berkeley in 1940. Here's what we were looking for. Plutonium.
Plutonium, should have known that.
Player 1. A cube is an example of a rectangular one of these. A Pink Floyd cover displays a triangular one. It's player 1.
There we go. There we go.
Player 1. The bob of a simple one of these moves with simple periodic motion. Here's the correct response. A pendulum. Please. It's an elementary light particle, also called a fuzzy ball. Player 3? That is correct. Player 3, where do we start? At his wedding reception in 2006, he serenaded bride Nicole Kidman with the song, Making Memories of Us. Let's hear it, player 1.
Tim McGraw?
Nope. Anyone else care to try to come up with a correct response? Here's what we were looking for. Keith Urban. Player 3. Pick again. At the 2010 ACM Awards, this American Idol became the first woman to win Entertainer of the Year twice. Here's the response we were looking for. Carrie Underwood.
Oh.
Player 3, back to you. This Dolly Parton song topped CMT's list of the 100 greatest love songs of country music. Here's what we wanted. I Will Always Love You. Player 3, choose again.
Here's the early double.
Yes, sir. The second daily double. Player 3, you're in last place. So let's see if we
he's
can go
going the
player
whole
3.
thing.
Please select. Here is your clue. His first #1 country hit and first top 40 pop hit was 1975's Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. You are now in second place.
Willie Nelson.
Please pick again, player 3. It's never too early for happy hour in It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere, a hit for Alan Jackson and him. Here's the correct response. Jimmy Buffett. You get to pick again, player 3. Charles de Gaulle fought in this February to July 1916 battle in which the Germans did not pass. We're talking about Verdun.
Verdun.
Player 3, choose again. In 1965, de Gaulle won the presidency by defeating this socialist, later France's leader from 1981 to 1995. Okay, player 2. That's correct.
This one,
Player 2, you
four
start
clues
us off.
left.
In 1925, de Gaulle was promoted to the staff of the Supreme War Council by this marshal. Okay, player 2.
Foch? No.
Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this? Here's what we wanted. Henri-Philippe Pétain.
Nah.
We return to you, player 2. These pants for women came down to just below the knee and were named for their common use in bicycling. Yes, player 1?
Bell bottoms?
No. Anyone else want to hazard a guess on this?
Down to 15,800.
Here's what we were looking for. Pedal pushers.
Oh, pedal pushers.
Player 2, back to you for our next selection. Several years before his topless bathing suits were the rage in 1964, women were buying his tube dresses. The correct response is Rudy Gernreich. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we?
Yeah.
This Spaniard opened his house in 1915 and counted the Duchess of Windsor and Princess Grace among his clients. Okay, player 3. You got it.
You got it.
You all move on to Final
But he
Jeopardy,
wouldn't be-
which will
but he
continue
won't be able to
after
catch
these
me.
messages.
The
Here's
runaway
today's
game.
Final Jeopardy category. The 1970s. What are you going to wait?
The runaway game, I'm just gonna risk 1,000.
And now the last clue. For an historic February 1972 trip, Richard Nixon and Henry Kissinger each learned to use these. Nixon was better at it.
I could have gone more, but oh well.
What did you put as your response? And this correct response will add...
Said chopsticks, she's right. Another 2,400 for her, she goes to 4,800.
Let's see your response.
Skis.
And that will lose you.
1,750 was his wager, goes to 56.
What did you say?
Chopsticks.
With that correct response, you will gain...
16,800.
Congratulations,
That's what I end
player
up
one.
with for this game.
You are our new champion. So long, everybody.
That brings my total to $66,301 after 4 games. And I'll see you for game 5 soon.